I'm Jim Cheevers, former curator of the US Naval Academy Museum, where I worked for 50 years, from 1967 to 2017. Well, I had a great history teacher in 10th grade in high school that got me interested in history. And then I had the good fortune of, although I'm a native of Massachusetts, of going to college at William and Mary. So I had a great background in history. And then when I went into the service, I fell into a museum job while I was serving actually in the Army. And so when I transferred here, I already loved history, and I loved helping people learn their heritage. So many people today are interested in their family genealogies, starting with that, but also the history of their community. And we're so fortunate here in the Annapolis area to have such a rich history and a lot of people that love history. It's amazing how many people come with the same question, but also there's always some new ones. We are so rich in the Four Rivers area in our heritage and our material culture and what has survived and come down to us, not only in architecture of the 17th, 18th century and 19th century, some wonderful, wonderful examples, but also in artifacts. And I always get a charge too out of one of our local guide services who dress in costumes to represent. Not many of the textile materials have come down to us, but they are helping us understand what people wore in the colonial period, just through making reproductions even. So this is a very, very rich area. Well, when I came aboard in 1967, the museum was quite different from what it is today. It's been completely renovated in the last couple of years. One of the first major collections to come into the Naval Academy Lyceum, as they originally called the museum, were the Navy's trophy flags, which included the famous "Don't Give Up the Ship" battle signal flag used on Lake Erie by Commodore Oliver Hazard Perry in 1813. The flag had been mounted in Memorial Hall here at the Naval Academy in 1923, and it had been conserved before that. They had cheated a bit and put a whole new piece of blue fabric over the original letters, or around the original letters that said "Don't Give Up the Ship." And we decided to just show what was left of the original flag, which is a rather sad-looking piece of brown fabric with the letters still intact on both sides. It could be seen from both directions. Well, of course, the motto, "Don't Give Up the Ship," were the dying words of Captain James Lawrence in the Battle off Boston in 1813, also as part of the War of 1812. And as they were carrying his body below, those were among his last words, "Don't give up the ship." And of course, it's a great motto for any naval hero and naval officer to live by. Helping other people learn their heritage. They really get excited about it when you're able to tell them what they're looking for. And of course, working here at the Naval Academy, I had midshipmen, future naval officers, the faculty who were wonderful, and the visiting public, as well as the local community. I served on the Speakers Bureau here for over 40 years, going out and just speaking to civic organizations and even garden clubs and helping them understand their heritage. The Naval Academy Museum, for example, has been completely renovated a few years ago, and a lot of people that were here years ago come back and they are amazed and surprised at the change and what more they can see. I hope you'll all come see the 30-some historic sites that we have here in the Four Rivers Heritage Area, not just the Naval Academy Museum. There are so many great places to see here in the Four River Heritage Area.